Imagine if instead of your cars.com listing being shown on cars.com is actually being shown on match.com instead. Now, unless someone is romantically looking to get into a relationship with a pickup truck, I don't know if that's legal in Texas or not, by the way, you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. What is going on, dealers? This is Sam over at ShapeShift, back at it again with another video. Can you guys see me okay? Hoping I'm not blending in with this white background and I'm just a floating head. Today we're going to talk about targeting, how we target car shoppers on Facebook. Now I'm kind of hesitant to put out this video because it does reveal some of the secrets ShapeShift uses to provide our clients spectacular results from Facebook ads. But you know what? I'm going to put it out because I want to educate you guys on how to make this work for your dealership in hopes that down the road you'll want to work with ShapeShift and just let us get it done for you and get it done right. Now, before we go into this, if you're new here, my name is Sam. I've been in the digital marketing space for over 10 years and spent the majority of that in automotive marketing. So if Facebook ads for dealerships is something you want to master, something you want to maximize results from, make sure you subscribe to this channel. So let me tell you a little bit about third-party data audiences. In this particular use case, we're going to focus on Oracle Automotive in-market shoppers. Now, what are third-party data audiences? These are audiences provided by third-party data companies like Oracle, where they collect data on who we are as consumers based on different areas like website history, search history, what we own, what we buy, DMV records. All of these data points are put together and form a buyer profile of who we are as consumers, who we are as households, and they know what you've been buying, what products you gravitate towards, and when you're likely to buy that product again. So when it comes to automotive, they actually know which households are about to buy something like a used pickup truck or a brand new BMW or a Ford F-150. Now, it's more important than ever to rely on third-party data sources because of the iOS 14 changes. Apple is really limiting the amount of tracking Facebook can do with its Facebook pixel, its tracking cookie. And if you're just relying on the Facebook pixel to say retarget people on your website, well, a lot of people now, they can opt out of tracking and opt out of being retargeted by a Facebook pixel. So if you're just relying on your website traffic and creating audiences from the Facebook pixel, you are tied down to one source, which is your website, of creating audiences from. When you're relying on third-party data, these data companies can pull from many different websites, many different sources that exist outside of being tracked online, for example, DMV records. So you have a more comprehensive audience being built from different data points that you can use in your campaigns. And this is a lot more powerful in a post iOS 14 anti-tracking world that Apple has built out for us. All right, guys, let's jump into the good old Facebook Ads Manager and see what we have. So let's pretend we are building a campaign for used pickup trucks in the Dallas, Texas region. We're gonna target a 50-mile radius of Dallas, Texas. And if you go under custom audiences, if you remember playing video games as a kid and you can type in a cheat code, well, this is kind of similar to that concept. If I go into custom audiences and I type in 597, you can see an audience for used vehicle buyers in market style pickup truck shows up. And this audience size is around 64 million people in the United States is estimated to be in the market for a pickup truck right now. And you can see the description says vehicle shoppers in market for used pickup truck. So now if I pull this audience into my campaign, I can actually focus my budget on targeting people who are actually in the market to buy a used pickup truck. And then if I serve these people up used pickup truck ads, then you're just matching the audience with what they are looking for, and you're gonna get spectacular results doing things this way. Now, before you get excited and try to do this yourself, unfortunately, if you're a dealership trying to do this yourself, or you're a small agency, or you're working with an agency that doesn't have access to Oracle partnerships, then you're not going to have this audience inside your Facebook Ads Manager. This is only available to agencies that have data company partnerships. And so even if you're working with an agency, you really want to verify if they actually have this audience, because a lot of agencies, a lot of companies, of course, when you call them and you ask them, hey, are you guys targeting active car buyers? Of course, they're going to say, yeah, we're targeting car buyers for sure, right? But if they don't have this partnership and they can't show you these custom audiences that are available to them, then I would take it with a grain of salt. So here's the thing. If you don't have access to Oracle data in-market audiences, you can target something called Facebook interest. And this is available to everyone, right? This is in a different section called Ad Demographics, Interests, or Behaviors. And if you type in trucks here, you are going to get an audience of truck interest. And you can see the difference is staggering. The audience size for this truck interest audience is 320 million people as opposed to the 64 million people in market shoppers that we saw in our Oracle audience. You can see the description is different. It's not people who are in the market for a pickup truck. It is hobbies and activities, vehicles, trucks. The description is people who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to trucks. So here, obviously, this audience is not focusing on people who are likely to buy a pickup truck soon. It actually says itself, these people might just be interested in watching truck videos. They might be subscribed to truck magazines. They might like pages related to trucks on Facebook. They might have a wallpaper of a truck on their computer. That doesn't mean they're actually looking to buy a pickup truck right now, right? They might have just bought their pickup truck 10 months ago, and the next time they buy a pickup truck is 8 years from now. So if you're using this audience to target people in the market for pickup trucks, yeah, you'll pick up some, but you know what? That's probably what, 1 in 20, 1 in 30, and the rest of your budget is actually going towards people who are not in the market to buy a pickup truck right now. So this is a more shotgun approach, right? You're blasting your ads out there, and hopefully some of your blast lands on the right target, as opposed to using Oracle data audiences where you can actually have a sniper rifle approach where you can zone in on this person's looking for a truck, boom, I'm going to hit them with a pickup truck ad, and use your resources, use your ammo more effectively in terms of targeting the right shoppers for your ads. Just think about these two strategies. The sniper rifle strategy, you're going to waste a lot less ammo, which translates to wasting a lot less dollars, a lot less advertising budget for your campaigns. If you target a broader audience, sure, you're going to hit some people that are in the market for trucks, but a lot of your budget is also going towards people who are not looking to buy a truck right now. Now let's talk about results of using these two audiences. If you're targeting, say, a truck interest or not targeting anyone, using a broad audience, more likely than not, your cost per click is going to be lower because Facebook just has a giant pool it knows to serve ads to, and it knows who's likely to just click on ads. So of course, on the surface, your cost per click might be a little bit lower if you're using broad audiences, and that might trick you into thinking, oh, my campaign's crushing it, right? I don't need Oracle data audiences. I'm getting clicks at 10 cents a click. Here's the trap of that is if you're using Oracle data audiences, sure, your cost per click might be higher, but you're actually focusing in on a quality audience. And when I do a sales matchback report and A/B test these two audiences, of course, I'm going to see a lower cost per click on the broad audience. Well, when I look at sales of these two audiences, you're more likely to sell cars using an Oracle data audience, even if the cost per click is higher. I'm seeing an average of 1.5 to 2 times more car sales if you're using an Oracle in-market shopper audience versus just using Facebook's general interest targeting. So think about that. Would you rather get more clicks but end up selling just around 20 cars a month? Or would you rather get less clicks but actually sell 30 or 40 cars a month using the same budget? If there's any case for using in-market shopper audiences, that's your case right there. You're gonna sell more cars using the same amount of budget. See, here's the thing that a lot of people miss about Facebook ads compared to every other shopping channel. If you're talking about Google AdWords, if you're talking about Car Gurus, if you're talking about cars.com, all of these platforms are search-based platforms. Someone has to search for a search term. Now, if they are on Google AdWords, and they search for used trucks in Dallas, and you bid for the keyword used trucks in Dallas, you're gold. This person is actually in the market for a used truck in Dallas. That's why they're searching for that term. If you are listing your used truck in the Dallas region on Car Gurus or on cars.com, and someone searches for a used truck in the Dallas region, of course, they are in the market and they're shopping for a used truck in Dallas. And if your listing shows up, that's great. You're gold. If you're running Facebook ads and you're not targeting in-market shoppers, you're not gold. That is the equivalent of having your Google AdWords show up. Let's say someone's searching for delicious fish tacos in San Diego, and you're bidding on that keyword and your ad shows up for used truck in Dallas when someone's searching for delicious fish tacos in San Diego. Well, that's a waste of your budget, right? And you wouldn't do that. And that's the equivalent of not targeting your Facebook ads and just showing your car ads randomly to people who are not in the market to buy a used pickup truck. Let's take this example to cars.com or Car Gurus. Imagine if instead of your cars.com listing being shown on cars.com is actually being shown on match.com instead. Now, unless someone is romantically looking to get into a relationship with a pickup truck, I don't know if that's legal in Texas or not, by the way, you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. You want your cars to be shown on cars.com when someone's looking for that car. So the formula is simple, guys. Make sure if you're trying to sell trucks, you're serving your ads to people in the market for trucks. And it's going to save you a lot of time, going to save you a lot of headache. And ultimately, it's going to save you more money in the long run because the traffic that you're driving from your campaigns is actually quality traffic, and it'll actually translate into sales and not just cheap clicks to your website. Now, if I piqued your interest and you're now wondering, Sam, how do I get started with in-market shopper audiences? Well, there's a link below to book a call with me and my team. We're going to analyze your store, tell you what you're doing right, tell you what you're doing wrong, and show you how we can get Facebook ads done for you correctly and start serving your inventory to targeted car shoppers and just get you more sales using the same amount of budget versus if you're not targeting your ads today. Oh, looks like it's time to end this video. So if you found something useful, make sure you hit the like button, give this video a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss the latest, greatest information on Facebook ads for car dealerships, the latest tips, latest tricks, and sometimes I'll even drop the latest secrets, the internal workings of ShapeShift. If you don't want to miss all that, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification to be notified when I drop the newest video. Once again, this has been Sam over at ShapeShift. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Until next time, see ya.